Do not be taking your rent money to go on vacation. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. This is Essential Patience and I am Patience. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about things that you should be cutting out of your budget if you are in debt, if you're trying to save money, if you are trying to better your financial position, be more stable, whichever financial goals that you have, here is a video for you. We're gonna talk about them. Remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get straight into it. These are items that you need to cut out of your budget if you are in debt, trying to save money, all of that. Starting with the first one, paid subscriptions. We all love a good paid subscription, Netflix, Spotify, some people are paying for Pandora, YouTube Premium. There's so many of them out here today. But if you're in debt or you're actively trying to save money, there is a time to sacrifice something. And you have to be willing to sacrifice something in order to gain something else. And remember, if you say yes to something, you're saying no to it. Even as little as a subscription can cost. Let's say it's $20 a month. It may not seem like much. By the end of the year, that's $240. If somebody tried to give you $240 today, I'm pretty sure you won't turn it down. And it could be just that you're cutting this for a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3. Heck, it could be 5 years. But what is beyond those 5 years is greater than that subscription could ever probably give you value for. So making sure that you cut down on subscriptions. If you have multiple subscriptions, for example, let's say you have Netflix, HBO, Hulu, Disney Plus, maybe cut it all down to one. So maybe you're spending $50 a month on all of that. Netflix with ads, underrated. If Netflix did not have an ad section, it was like getting to over $10, I would have canceled my Netflix subscription, honestly. There were times where I canceled it because I'm like, it's not worth it to me. But when they bought the ads, I was like, you know what? This is more my thing, okay? I definitely went for it. I don't care about quality. It's still a good movie. I'm watching it. Half the time, I'm not even paying full on attention to it. And I don't even have that much time now to sit down and watch enough to justify paying that much money for it. So ads are fine. The ads are time for me to pick up my phone, to look at something, to do something else. And it's just a few, maybe a minute at most. Find different alternatives. And when I was trying to really save money, I didn't have any of that. I canceled it and I watch YouTube. Now YouTube Premium, just YouTube. There's so many good content on YouTube, and even movies on YouTube with ads now. So certainly look for them, find different alternatives. These are things that you can easily sacrifice. Okay, this is not like the 1950s where maybe you had to pay for cable, that was it, that was your only option. Now people have Instagram, they have so much social media, Facebooks and Twitter. There's so many different ways to be entertained that you don't need to pay for it in order to be entertained. That's the way I look at it. So I have only one paid movie subscription. I don't pay for any songs. I listen to Spotify with the ads, and I'm okay with it. I mean, so an ad comes on, not a big deal to me at all. That also goes with something like gym membership. I know, because I want people to be healthy. I want people to work out. I believe exercising is so great and it's so important. Everybody should do it several times a week. Yay, yay, yay to exercising. But you don't need to go to the gym to do that. I lived in an apartment complex that did not have a gym. I did not have a car. I was not going to spend money to go to the gym. I actually never worked out at a gym before. You know how I stayed healthy? I worked out at home. There's so many things on YouTube. I used to do all of my workouts from YouTube. That's all you need. All of my life, up until this year, when I started going to the gym, I didn't go to the gym and I stayed healthy because first of all, it's about what you eat, but then it's also about how you exercise. You don't need to go to the gym to do it. You can work out in your apartment. There are different levels of intensive exercises. You can just go out and run around. You can go out and take a walk. Now that I moved into this apartment complex, they have a 24-hour gym, so it makes it so much easier, but I'm still not gonna pay for a gym. I mean, I kind of am. My amenities that I pay for here, so that the gym is included, but I wouldn't directly go out and pay for it. And I know some people who have a gym in the apartment complex and they still pay extra for another gym. If you're in debt, if you're trying to save, it's time to just go to what you have and wait till you're in a better financial position. Then you can go to a more expensive gym. And I know a lot of these expensive gyms, they can be expensive. Like Equinox, for example, I think it's over $300, $400. There are some other gyms that are $500 a month. That's just not the type of gym that you should have to go to if you're in debt, especially because you can literally work out for free at home. You can still be healthy and just go later. You can still get a good workout at home. The only way you would be unhealthy by not going to gym is if you just didn't work out at home. But I definitely still do home workouts. There's so many good YouTubers like Chloe Ting, Matt Fit, Bowflex Fitness Advisor. There's just so many good channels on YouTube, as well as different exercises, ab workouts, warm up, cool downs, yoga exercises, Pilates. You have all of this. All you probably need is like a yoga mat and you're good to go. And that's it. You can still get a good workout at home without paying for a gym membership. The next thing you should be saving on are definitely vacations. Okay, taking extravagant vacations are for people who are out of debt, fully funding emergency funds, financially stable. Do not be taking your rent money to go on vacation. You're doing yourself a disfavor by doing that, or going into credit card debt just to go on vacation and be stunting on the internet. It's not worth it at all. It's really time that we reel in and have some self-control, because if you don't sacrifice today, you're gonna be paying for your mistakes in the future. So there's that aspect of it, and there's just the aspect of it's irresponsible. It's irresponsible to not be in a good financial area yet just be going on vacations. And I know it's like FOMO, YOLO, you only live once. All those aspects can be true. 2, 3, 4 things can be true at the same time. We're adults, we have space for gray areas as well. But there's nothing more financially irresponsible than going on vacation, impulsively buying things that you don't need, enjoying experiences that are not necessary while you're still in debt, while you're not financially stable. I'm not saying don't go on vacations at all. When I was in debt, I wasn't going on vacation. I was literally just focused on paying off my debt as quickly as possible, because I knew I could get a better vacation and actually enjoy the vacation when I'm out of debt, versus being in debt and then worrying, how am I going to be able to afford this, and not being able to enjoy my vacation while I'm there because I'm too busy thinking about my actual financial situation. So that's something that you really want to look into and really cut down on. You can always enjoy a vacation in the future. And the next one are costly hobbies and costly activities that we partake in. Some people who are avid concert goers. Concert tickets are costing hundreds of dollars, and that's not something that you can be doing frequently, once a month, every other week, several times a year. You may just need to pick a few good artists that you want, or maybe just your favorite artists, and go, rather than going over and over again. I know you feel like you're missing the experience, but would you rather miss that now and then be able to afford to go more in the future, or to be financially struggling for like the rest of your life? We can pick and choose which one is better for us. Also, some people have really costly extracurricular activities where maybe they're paying really huge membership fees to join a club. Horseback riding, I'm trying to really think, I'm like, what are some expensive hobbies that people partake in? You know, golfing, for example. Golfing can be very expensive. Joining golf clubs and country clubs. These are all activities that sometimes you just don't have the finances to join at the moment, but nobody's saying you can't ever join. You can still join, probably just not now. Be humble about, like, if you can't do it today, it doesn't mean that you can't do it forever. And the next one is ride shares or private transportation, in terms of taxis, Ubers, Lyfts. You live in a place where transportation, public transportation is not widespread. You need a car or you need some form of rideshare in order to get around. For the longest time living in Texas, maybe 6, 7 months, I did not have a car. I did not buy a car until earlier this year, and getting around was very hard because we don't have public transportation around where I live. I've never seen a bus here. Okay, I've been living here for over a year. I've not seen a single bus in my area. That's a testament to the fact that you definitely need a car. And prior to that, I was using rideshare to get to work in the morning, and it can become very expensive really quickly. So if you live in a place where you have public transportation, use it. I know, it's not the best. I know it can be inconvenient. It's not flexible. You have to be out there at a certain time. There are times when it's raining, it's storming, it's snow outside. You don't feel like it. But do you feel like being in debt? Do you feel like living your life being financially insecure? That's something that you need to ask yourself. When I was in college, I did not buy a car. In fact, I did not even get my driver's license because I was like trying to save money on other stuff. It wasn't until much later, my senior year, I got it, okay, I drive now. I would use a bus, taking 3 buses each way, 3 buses to school, 3 buses home, or sometimes taking a bus to the train station, taking a train to another train station in order to take another train to Howard, and then walking all the way up from there every single day. It was tiring. I'm not gonna lie to you. Public transportation is not fun. It's not at all. But sometimes for a moment in time, you need to do it. And public transportation is not that cheap. For me, it cost me almost $10 a day between the train and the buses. Each bus was like $2. So that's $4, and then the train to go and come with a minimum like $3.50. So it definitely cost me over $10 each day. But had I taken a ride share, it would have cost me $20 to $30 each way just to make the students come back. That's anywhere from $40 to $60 a day, and that was minimum. Then you have to tip. Times are getting late, which I used to come home quite late because I had late classes. Cost goes more. So all of these things, you have to weigh them. Public transportation is for a time, it's for a season. But when you're over it and when you're more financially stable, you can afford a car. And the last, but absolutely not the least, is food. Food delivery, eating out. I love some good food, but I've cut out almost entirely eating out. And I started doing this last year, and this year I barely eat out at all, and I barely order in as well. And why is that? Because eating out is expensive. Whether you're getting takeout or you're ordering the food in or you're eating out in restaurants, either way, it's expensive. I know people say grocery shopping is expensive, but it's not as expensive as eating out every single meal or eating out regularly. People are literally spending hundreds of dollars a month eating out. It's expensive. Let's say you're buying one meal a day for like $20. At just 5 days a week, at the end of the month, you've spent over $400. And that's just for $20 a day. When you grocery shop for one person for an entire month, there's no way that it should, if you're moderately shopping, it should come up to over $400. That means you're not being savvy at shopping, and you can definitely do better. For me, my range is around 200s per month. I don't go beyond 250 for, and that's not even just for food, that's for food and other groceries. So like cleaning supplies for the house, like that's all included, and I'm still able to do on 200, 250 per month. So that's something that you want to look at. What does your lifestyle look like? Your food shopping habits, how are you eating out? Are you eating out every single day, every single weekend? And you need to cut that out. I've done so much research on cooking at home versus dining in a restaurant versus ordering food in. Cooking at home will always be cheaper than the other two. So definitely make sure that you make the changes, and there's a time and a place where you can dine out. I dine out socially, so if a friend wants to eat out, I would definitely be open to doing it as long as it's within my budget. But I personally would not order food in, and I would not go out to restaurants and eat 9 times out of 10. Maybe once in a while if I wanted to treat myself, yes, but on a regular basis, absolutely not. And with that, I'm bringing this video to an end. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know in the comment section, what are you cutting out? What have you cut out in the past? And where do you think you're taking life and just everything that you're going through? How are you sacrificing now for a better future? Because we all have goals that we want to reach. And financial goals are some of the most biggest goals that we have in common. So what are you doing in order to put yourself in a position to be in a better place? I would like to know, and I will definitely be responding to all of your comments. So thank you all so much. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Remember to ring the notification bell because I post 2 videos a week on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.